Hello, Ghost Traders. My name is Angelique with Ghost Trades, and it is time for your market update for November 12th, 2023. And what a crazy week. So let's start with these charts. So let's first open up our Ghost Trades charts, and I'm sure that you saw over the last half of October that it took a complete nosedive, which is pretty typical for the latter half of October, but what it took a week and a half to fall took that exact same time to rally right back up, as you can see, right to those mid-October resistance levels. And on Thursday, you see that big red bar right at the right-hand side. The resistance seemed to stop it cold in its tracks, but on Friday, it ended up pushing right through to new highs, closing that mid-September gap and then some. So to break it down a little better, when it comes to Monday through Friday of this week, and let's just make sure to focus on that, these last 5 candles right here that you see on the right-hand side. Monday saw a little bit of volatility, but in the end, the market really wasn't moved that much as the November jobs report was pretty soft, along with the Fed holding their rates unchanged at their target range of 5.25% to 5.5%. And even with Microsoft is hitting an all-time high on the heels of their AI prospects, as the week progressed, the market tried to push through while feeling a bit heavy, finally losing all the week's gains again on that Thursday huge red candle as it hit a major resistance level. Then on Friday, the market opened up and was unable to fill that gap and then pushed it right back through to the top past that resistance area and closed the day near its high, with some saying that the market was still reeling from the previous day's inflation news. And the only other real news reports on the market on Friday was a good GDP month-over-month report. So we'll have to see if this rally holds, but I'm not really getting my hopes up. To me, the market seems like, well, at times even though it's giving a last-ditch effort here and there, it's getting pretty heavy overall. So Ghost Traders, make sure you are paying close attention anytime those instructors are talking about trading to the downside properly. You will want to have that information. So Citizens Bank was shut down by government regulators on Friday, making it the 5th regional bank to collapse in 2023. Some even say it's the 6th regional bank. Now, Citizens Bank had about $66 million in total assets at the time it was shut down. And it follows other banks such as Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, First Republic, and Heartland Tri-State. But the crazy part is that Citizens Bank has been in business for 94 years. So it was able to withstand so many things. And then 23 came along, and well, Citizens Banks, as well as others, could not make it happen. Now, speaking of banks and currency, I'm sure you've all heard about the CBDC, the Central Bank Digital Currency, that they're trying to usher in. Well, it's important to know that the CBDC is not a currency. It sometimes gets confused as such because we're so used to hearing things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others being, well, digital currencies. So while if the CBDC is not a currency, what is it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it will help us move money, the money that you have, around. Sounds great, right? Using technology to help us make things more convenient, right? Well, not so fast. It only serves as a financial transaction control grid. At any point, and for any different reasons, and with something as simple as a few keystrokes, it can be completely shut off as well. There is a reason there's current legislation to get rid of it. And it's really important that you do your homework as well on that. Now, on the political side of things, the GOP had another presidential debate in Miami last week, and while even though Trump chose not to be there, he is in court dealing with a few cases all at the same time. How convenient. Now let's go to our earnings calendar within our Ghost Trades platform once again. So let's just come up here and let's hit our calendar. Now, although earnings season seems to be slowing down a little bit this week, there were some big names in the earnings overall, and they have been looking up. So if you check it out over here on last Monday, And Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, you'll actually see that overall earnings were pretty good. We have about 20 to 30% that were not so good, but for the most part, we have a lot that did really, really good. In the highlights, that is pretty much Disney when it comes to earnings last week. However, when we go to next week, and this is not the entire list, however, pay attention to HSIC. On Monday, that is Henry Schein. It's a medical distributor company out of New York. Also looking at Tyson Foods, which is TSN. Now on Tuesday, one of the ones to keep a lookout for is Home Depot. And then on Wednesday, some of those to keep out for is AAP, which is Advanced Auto. We've got Copart, which is an auto auction website. We also have Cisco, which is a technology website, Catalent Pharmaceuticals. We also have Palo Alto West, which is a technology company. And I think everybody knows Target and TJX companies, which is TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and home goods stores. And then on Thursday, keep an eye out for AMAT, which is Applied Materials. We have not Bed Bath. We have Bath and Body Works, BBWI. And then we have Johnson Controls International. We then have Ross Stores and Walmart. So keep an eye on those earnings for next week. And now when it comes to gold and silver, silver is a little over $22 and gold is hovering at about $19.38. Now, I don't suspect these prices will hold forever. And keep in mind, silver should be 1/8 the value of gold. So wrap your mind around that. And again, do some homework on silver. And while you're at it, even though we're not giving any financial advice in any way, picking up some physical silver in your hand, not on paper, will prove, I believe, to be a very worthy practice. Now, speaking of silver and homework, and of course others, a little earlier I was talking about banking as well. While you're doing that silver homework, why don't you check out what those Bank of America charts have been doing and do a little more digging? I think you'll be shocked to hear about what Bank of America is doing in the world of silver. Well, Ghost Traders, Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Always remember, nothing is more important than your family. So spend time making memories with your families this holiday. And speaking of families, a little bit of knowledge that I thought most knew about, but I recently found out that people really aren't very aware of. So you've heard of the baby boomers. Then you heard of my generation, the Gen Xers. Next is Generation Y, we lovingly refer to as the millennials. And then there is Gen Z, also referred to as the zillennials, which when this whole alphabetized system was put into place, Gen Z was actually a placeholder for the youngest people on the planet. But now we have Gen Alpha. And we've had Gen Alpha for the last over 10 years. So I was surprised to realize that many didn't know this. So a challenge for you. Let's see how many generations you can get around that Thanksgiving table this time of year. So finally, United States Marines, happy 248th birthday. Well, belated. I hope you're all recovering from all your Marine Corps balls over the weekend. And to all of the veterans out there, from our entire Ghost Trades team, we want to express our deepest gratitude to each and every one of you for your dedicated service to our country. Your sacrifice, courage, your commitment, they have not gone unnoticed. And we are profoundly thank you for your invaluable contributions you have made to safeguard our freedoms. And with that, Ghost Traders, have a fun and safe week, and we will see you in our live sessions. And until then, happy trading.